Back here on Countdown to Crunch Time as the Crunch prepare for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Final matchup of the weekend for the Crunch, a 3-3. Here on Countdown to Crunch Time, I'm Lukas Favale, joined by Crunch assistant coach Klee. Ken, welcome to the program, presented here by Supercuts. Final game of the weekend, Crunch losing last night against the Utica Comets. What did you see from your perspective in last night's game?
I think we played hard. I mean, we did a lot of good things. We just need to execute. When you get the number of breakaway looks, I think that we got last night, and we earned. We need to figure out a way to finish. So I think for us, it's just a little better execution, and we'll be on the right end of things.
Yeah, there's been a lot of opportunities, and we were talking with Ben yesterday on Countdown to Crunch Time. The chances have been there. It's just been the lack of finishing here in the early portion of the season. So what have you seen from again, you manage the defense, but what have you seen in terms of the finishing for this team so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's just that time of year where guys need to get on a roll, get going. They're getting lots of opportunities. I always say as long as players are getting opportunities, they have to stay up, stay upbeat, stay positive, and because it's going to come. Because if you're not getting chances, you're definitely not scoring. So if we just keep getting chances, I know the puck's going to go in for us.
Yeah, the Crunch had 42 shots on goal Friday in a victory over Belleville. Yesterday was 26. And you guys defensively have been doing a terrific job of limiting the chances. So you, in terms of managing the D, what have you seen from the defense in terms of limiting the opportunities here through the first 4 games of the year?
Well, I think our guys have done a good job. I think we're learning how to play on our own end as a group. It's not just the D, it's the forwards helping out, and obviously, we need our goalies to make big stops at key times. But, overall, I've been fairly happy with us. I know we can play better, which is exciting for us.
And yesterday after the game, Eric Chernak, and we'll get to him in a moment, he was mentioning how he thought, he said the guys played well, but could have been more physical and win more battles in the defensive zone. Is that something you saw last night?
Yeah, a little bit. I think we were a little, losing some puck battles that we don't normally lose and that we can't lose as a good team and as a winning team. So, he makes a good point, and I know he's getting that from the coaching staff, starting with Ben down. So it definitely is something we need to be aware of.
As the Crunch prepare for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, it's the final matchup of the weekend for the Crunch. 3rd game in 3 nights. What are some of the challenges, particularly with an afternoon game today? A quick turnaround. What are the challenges there?
Well, I just think it's a mental battle for the guys. They have to find a way. They're in the same situation. They played 3-3 as well. I got to play in many of these when I was a young player, and it's just a mental challenge. You have to find a way to get yourself up and get your job done, and make sure everyone is executing. Back
to Eric Chernak, who we mentioned just a moment ago. He scored his first pro goal last night. Through the first 4 games of his professional career, what do you like out of his game?
I really like him. I'm super excited for him. He's raw, but he's got so much energy. He wants to get better every day. He's a big, strong man. Right. First time I coached him, I said he's a man, and there was no question. He's a big physical presence, and he wants to get better, which is really exciting. It's fun to coach when you have guys like that, and he's doing really well.
Yeah, it's hard to believe he's only 20 years old. You look at him, and he looks like he's 25. Just the way he's built. So obviously he's got the body and the potential to be a pretty good player down the line.
Yeah, I think so. He definitely has all the tools. It's just getting him in the right sequence in the right order, and him just mentally bringing it, his attention to detail every day, and becoming a great pro.
As the Crunch prepare for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, it's the first matchup of the year against Wilkes-Barre. What do you know heading into this matchup as we prepare for the final game of the weekend?
Well, I know that from watching the pre-scouts, they're an aggressive team. They come hard. They come hard at you, and they want to play with a lot of speed. I think that carries from their big team up top. That's the style of player they're looking for. And watching the pre-scout video, you can tell they're an upbeat, fast team that tries to get on other teams. So we need to be ready, but also we can catch guys with a pass, and that's what we're looking to do today.
Yeah. How do you mitigate the speed? You just said catch the guys with the pass, but how do you mitigate it? Obviously, the Crunch are a fast team as well.
Yeah. To me, it's just if we can beat 2 guys with 1 pass, we need to take that all day long, and that's for me, that's a key for us, is getting back to pucks quickly and trying to beat 2 guys with 1 pass and get on the offense ourselves to use our speed.
Earlier in the weekend, Ben Grew had mentioned on Countdown to Crunch Time trying to work on the breakouts. He didn't like them in the first weekend necessarily, and liked it Friday. What did you see Saturday in the breakouts?
They play a tight style. They were honest. They had we try to bring people to the puck, and they were doing the same. So I think it was clogged up kind of both ways for both teams. I don't think there was a lot of clean breakout looks for either team, but it's just something that we have to keep emphasizing, that if we can 3-on-2 them down low to break out cleanly, that's what we want to do as much as possible.
Okay, we'll see what happens here today as the Crunch take on the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. That's Crunch assistant coach Klee. Ken, thanks for your time and good luck tonight.
You bet. Thank you.